Welcome to Unbox the Bible. Today we have 20 facts that claim to be from the Bible, but are they true or false? There'll also be a question at the end for personal reflection. Are you ready? Let's go. Question 1. Job cursed God because of his suffering. Is that true or false? That's false. Despite his trials, Job did not sin by cursing God. Question 2. When the Ark of the Covenant was captured, God struck down the Philistines with a plague of locusts. That's also false. They were struck down with tumours. Question 3. The prophet Jeremiah was thrown into a muddy cistern by officials in Jerusalem. That's true. Unfortunately, he was rescued before he died. Question 4. The prophet Amos foretold of a future time when there will be a famine of hearing God's words. That's true, and you can read that in Amos chapter 8. Question 5. Job's friends remained silent for 7 days and nights when they first saw Job's suffering. That's true, and that's found in Job chapter 2. Question 6. One of David's mighty men killed 800 men with a spear in a single battle. That's also true, and you can read that in 2 Samuel chapter 23. Question 7. Daniel interpreted strange handwriting on the wall for King Nebuchadnezzar at a feast. That's false. It was at a feast, but it was for Belshazzar, as described in Daniel chapter 5. Question 8. Noah got drunk and lay uncovered in his tent after the flood. That's true, and you can read that in Genesis chapter 9. Question 9. King Saul disguised himself as a woman to hide from David. That's false, but we read in 1 Samuel that David acted like a madman whilst in hiding. Question 10. Jacob tricked his father Isaac into giving him Esau's birthright blessing. That's true, and you can read that in Genesis chapter 27. Question 11. The prophet Elisha made an axe head float on water. That's true, and you can read that in 2 Kings chapter 6. Question 12. The book of Esther never mentions the name of God. That's true. It's the only biblical book that doesn't mention God by name, but God is definitely working behind the scenes. Question 13. Mark is the longest of the 4 gospel accounts. That's false. Mark is actually the shortest gospel and Luke is the longest. Question 14. The Bible records that 3 wise men visited Jesus. That's false. The Bible records 3 gifts, but not the number of wise men. Question 15. The birth of Jesus is only recorded in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. That's true. You can find it in the first 2 chapters of Matthew and Luke. Question 16. Christians are commanded to remember the birth of Jesus. That's false, although we are told in 1 Corinthians 11 to remember his death. Question 17. Jesus' disciple Matthias was chosen to replace Judas as the 12th apostle. That's true, and you can read that in Acts chapter 1. Question 18. Jesus proclaimed, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall inherit the earth." That's false. The quote should be, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God." Question 19. Paul was shipwrecked 3 times during his ministry. That's true, and you can read that in 2 Corinthians chapter 11. Question 20. The Bible states that money is the root of all evil. That's false. The quote from 1 Timothy chapter 6 should be, "The love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." We ended our quiz with a verse which is often misquoted, so while you're adding up your scores, here's a bonus question for you to think about. Can you think of examples of Bible verses that are often misquoted or taken out of context so that their meaning is changed? I'd love to hear your thoughts below. How did you get on? If you've enjoyed today's quiz, please do like and share this video. There are more Bible quizzes for you to try here. Thank you for watching, and grace and peace to you all.